Oh, good morning, everyone, and welcome to another week of following that little yellow house all over this beautiful country of ours. We spent all of last week exploring northern Minnesota and seeing all there is to see in this beautiful state. This week, we're making our way out of the Superior National Forest and off to Lake Superior, where we're gonna do a little bit of rock hounding.
It sounds like we're gonna have a Superior week, Kelsey.
A Superior week indeed. Y'all stay tuned. That little yellow house is about to take us somewhere fun. Is that Lake Superior, Shane?
I hope so. I don't know what else it is. It's so much bigger from this side. Good grief.
It's massive. It feels like we're driving to the ocean, y'all.
We are, and it's Labor Day weekend, Kelsey. This is the Minnesota Ocean. Surf's up, dude.
First stop, Split Rock River. Boy, it's pretty out here, y'all.
You gotta get out there and find you one.
Lots and lots of agates to be found out here. That's kind of what we're looking for. At least a small piece of it. We're gonna go check out some other beaches and see if we can do a little better. It's pretty though. These aren't agates, they're just fun.
Ooh. This is a pretty one. We're having quite a hard time gaining access to the shore of Lake Superior because, quite frankly, it's owned for the most part. There's houses everywhere and there's a few access points, and it's a holiday weekend. They are slap full of people experiencing this. All the campgrounds are full too, but we have gained access to this beach. And what's important about this beach, Kelsey?
We're on Kelsey Beach.
We're on Kelsey Beach. Pretty things on a pretty beach.
Right,
Don't fall. It's a tiny beach.
there we go.
I did see a sign for pie up there, so that's an amenity too.
Oh, guys, that one right there is just staring me in the face. There's so many still embedded in the host rock up here. But we just can't bring ourselves to get chisels out and take them. We'll keep looking for the ones that have already popped their way out. Boy, this place is pretty. You really want that rock though.
As we're poking around, well, I was going to show you something here. What is it, Kelsey?
Giant agate, that's what this is. Look, it's got
Have you
little
noticed it
crystal
has
bugs.
these little crystal bugs in it? All these rocks around here do. And if you look around enough, it appears either nature hollowed this out or human. but there is a ton of crystal formation here as well. Of course Kelsey's Beach has crystals on it. I expect nothing less of this place.
Shane, what's happening? We're going very high up on the air.
We are very high up on the air. We're on a bridge, and this bridge here goes over the town or the bay that is outside of Duluth. But unfortunately, I've gotten ourselves up on the interstate, Kelsey, and that's not a common thing for us.
Yeah, we don't do this often, guys, and it was not intentional this time. But boy, that is pretty. It looks like we're saying goodbye to Minnesota.
We just did. Welcome to Wisconsin.
Welcome to Wisconsin. To the town of Superior, Wisconsin, actually.
It's the best town.
We've got a whole lot more of exploring around this beautiful lake to do, but we've reached the end of the portion in Minnesota. Still more greatness to come. Guys, we hit the Wisconsin state line and headed straight into a forest, but may have underestimated how hard it was going to be to find a camping spot when we got here. And we are doing Shane's least favorite thing in the world, and that is driving in the dark. What forest are we in, babe?
I don't know how to say this thing. Chikamaka. I have no idea. It's a funny name. I'll say that. But the problem is, we ended up in a place that I thought was a dispersed camping area, and it was not. Instead, it was a forested area, so there's really nowhere to camp when they have clear cut a forest because it's all just overgrowth. So now we're using these handy dandy lights of ours to try to get out of here and go find somewhere else to camp, but it is quite challenging. It's sandy up here.
I will say this is the first time that we've needed to use our off-road lights since we installed them in the desert, and I'm pretty excited about how awesome they work. It's like daylight out here, y'all, and it is far from daylight. Y'all, it is almost 10 o'clock at night, and we are still driving down the road.
Unfortunately, we're in a very rural area, so there's not even anywhere we could like stop and parking lot camp. Unfortunately, most of these Forest Service roads are very sandy. So what I've had to do is use our good old-fashioned apps that we use to find camping spots just like everybody else. And I'm driving to one of those hoping it works. If not, there's a campground back here. And we've already been to one campground that was closed. Oh.
We'll find something. It'll be okay, babe.
Well, I could just park in the middle of this road.
Let's try to do a little better than that.
I think the logging trucks might be pissed off in the morning.
I told you everything was gonna be okay, babe.
What time is it, Kelsey?
It's 10:30, but we're in a beautiful camping spot.
How do you know?
I think it's beautiful from as much as I could see. But we are not in a campground.
We are not in a campground because it was slap-ass full.
Yeah, we tried. We tried to be in a campground, but it was full, so we were forced to keep going. And I believe have found an awesome free camping spot. We'll have to show you in the morning, though. Okay. I may have been exaggerating a little bit last night when I said that we had found a perfect, beautiful camping spot. But it was perfect for last night and provided exactly what we needed.
Technically, you can see the lake too, Kelsey. I did achieve that. Waterfront property, baby.
We're going to see if we can do a little bit better today.
I don't think water's going to be involved, though.
Y'all, fun fact, there is actually far more sand in the forest surrounding Lake Superior than ever thought about being on the beaches. We are slipping and sliding all over these roads, but boy, is this forest a beautiful one to drive through.
Ah! That was so deep. Oh, this one's gonna be too. Hold on, Kelsey. Oh, Wisconsin, don't keep me here. Oh my God. I didn't know. Yes. Go, Shane, go. Oh my gosh, Kelsey. We did it! Hooray!
We in fact did make our way out of that forest and into Washburn, Wisconsin, where there is a little bit of a walking trail right along Lake Superior.
Jump in, Kelsey, it's warm.
There is technically a campground here, but not one that we would want to stay in. We are, however, excited to stop in and see if we can find some pretty things in this very cold water.
Very cold. Not yet. If there's something to climb on, she's gonna find it. No doubt. What kind of tree is this, Kelsey?
I have no idea.
We have no idea.
I'm not going to pretend to know.
It's beautiful, though.
A very fun one.
Someone tell us in the comments, please. What is this thing?
Oh boy, this is pretty.
Now jump in.
No thanks, it's cold. Y'all, our time in Wisconsin was very, very short this time around, but we'll be back. We have crossed over the state line into Michigan and the Ottawa National Forest and found an absolutely gorgeous place to call home. Y'all just look at that view. A girl couldn't ask for any more. Oh, I'm so excited. Guys, I decided to take a little walk and see if we had any access to the lake. I wound up walking about a quarter mile from our spot before finding this little pig trail that appears to be taking me straight down to the water and to a campground, maybe? I'm hoping I'm not walking up in someone's yard. You know, guys, I'm gonna turn around. I think I may have just stumbled on private property somehow. You never know what you're gonna find in the woods of Michigan. Let's get out of here. No, I was fairly certain. I'm in the National Forest. That still looked very residential. I'm gonna keep walking and see if I can find different access. Okay, maybe we're gonna have to settle for just enjoying this beautiful lake from up here. I think that still makes this a pretty perfect camping spot. I don't know if he's getting me out of this one tomorrow or not, y'all. Yeah, that view is just too good to give up after one night. We're definitely gonna hang out here for the rest of the day. We did get some cell phone service, enough to get the satellite to load and tell us that that property that I stumbled upon yesterday was in fact private property. It used to be owned by the Forest Service, but was recently sold off and was a canoe-in only property. There were no roads going to it. We're gonna stay safe up here, tucked away in the trees. It's really peaceful out here, guys. That is until I start making a bunch of noise. It's okay, we're the only ones out here. Headed down the road again. We got out of our little spot okay this morning.
We did. We're almost out of this forest. So this is not our first time to the Upper Peninsula, Kelsey, and my goal is to see all the national forests, and we've already been to this one, and I already butchered the name once before, and I'll keep doing it again. So we need to get out of here, and we're going to head to the Hiawatha, because I think I'm pronouncing that one correctly.
Hiawatha, here we come. I bet there's pretty rocks to be found there.
We have been driving for hours once again. And I can tell you, I had to work hard for this one. There's a lot of Forest Service roads up here, but if you don't have a little truck with a little camper shell on the back of it, it makes it super limited where you can go. And all of you know that's not little by any means. To get in here, I did have to get around some branches, but it was worth it. I found this on satellite and drove all the way here on a hunch because I could see just a little dirt next to this beautiful river. This is the Indian River. And I was able to get the love hut right on the side of it. You can camp here for 14 days.
Oh, Shane, you did so good. You did so very good.
There's no cell phone service though, Kelsey. You can't Facebook here.
Just another amenity.
Whew. You can't be disappointed. And there's room for friends too. We don't have any.
Oh, wow, guys. This place is absolutely incredible. We find a lot of beautiful camping spots throughout our travels, y'all. But every once in a while, we are blessed with one that just absolutely takes our breath away. Indian River is one of those places. I think we might be here for a while. And inches away from the house. Look, there's a tiny piece of an agate. I bet we find more pretty rocks while we're here. Oh boy, that's a great way to wake up, y'all. It's a little bit chilly this morning, but not too cold to enjoy this beautiful place.
I take it we're not leaving today, Kelsey.
No. No, we're not, Shane.
I agree.
I don't see a reason to ever leave.
I bet you'll change that tune in a few weeks when there's 5 feet of snow. Aren't we in the North Pole?
Yeah. It's not here yet, though.
It's not here yet. This is ideal. This place was covered in mosquitoes just a few weeks ago. I can guarantee it. Not today, though, my friends. Well, good morning, y'all. I woke up and this place was just as beautiful as it was yesterday. So, we're not gonna leave again. I know it's uncommon for us to just really sit in a spot, but that is exactly what we are doing here. The weather is beautiful, and this place is just otherworldly. And soon it'll be covered in snow, so we need to just soak it up.
That river's moving fast today. Some days I'm really, really grateful not to be in a tent. Boy, that's pretty dope.
Well, I got a little break in the rain, but unfortunately the sun hasn't shown at all today. Now, we don't have a generator to charge our battery bank in the love hut, so unfortunately when the sun doesn't come out, I have to run the truck, and we use a DC to DC converter to charge from the alternator back to our house battery. It's not very efficient, but it gets us by in these situations. Now it's just got to run for a while. We ask a lot of this truck.
You know, I don't think we're getting out of here this morning either. I'm okay with it, though.
Now, when we got here, we started joking that we had found the perfect camping spot. And then it started to rain, and we had to ask ourselves, should we leave the perfect camping spot to go find quite possibly not the most perfect camping spot? So we decided to stay, and it's been raining for 2 days. We haven't really seen a reason to leave and drive in the rain. Tomorrow it's supposed to dry up, and hopefully the road dries up so we can get out of here. So make sure you come back next week to find out if we get out of here and just where we go, because I don't really know where we're going. We'll see. I do want to say thank you to each and every one of you that has followed along this week and all the many weeks before. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Make sure you go back and watch many of the hundreds of videos we've put out of many adventures and many projects I've built. We'll see y'all next time. Bye, y'all.